Ain't gonna believe it.
Welcome. Sit down, roll up, pour up, turn up and tune in. Because you're now watching the Buncher Bull Network.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast, down here at a Bunch of Bull Studios like we do every Saturday. And tonight, got a special guest in the building with me. I got my man, Pac Gambino.
What's the deal?
What's good with you, Pac?
Good to meet y'all, man.
For sure, for
Nothing
sure.
good vibes in the building.
Oh, man, always. And you representing that stoner gang.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, how you feeling tonight?
Good, man. Motivated, man.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. I like to kick it off by saying how I was introduced to the artist or the creative I have on the podcast. And tonight, I've been seeing you make moves for a while with the, of course, with the Stoner Fest and,
Yeah.
you know, doing the thing with the security. And I see your name always floating around with these different events and putting those things on.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was kind of right. You know, we was looking for guests and you reached out and, you know, I was
Yes,
more than
sir.
happy to provide the platform for you. So,
Yes, sir.
with you with this whole thing, you know, what I mean, because you're multifaceted guy, you got a lot of stuff going for you.
Yeah.
For the people who may not know yet, how would you introduce yourself in the Stoner Gang ENT brand?
Oh, man. Just adventurous, bro. Like, I just be all over the place. You got to get yourself in front of different people, you know what I mean? So, for whatever goal I was going for, I just got myself in that room, you know what I mean?
Right.
Any room I was going for, I just get in there, do what I can to get into the room like I did here, you know?
Yeah, like networking. You find a way to network
That's
and
it.
make it work for you.
That's it.
Yeah, man. No, I definitely feel that. And where did the Stoner Gang ENT come from? Like, what does that represent to you?
Oh man, it's really on some brotherhood shit for real. Like so it came from my man's Brick. Shout out to my man's Brick too. He had a label that was going on in Baltimore. Brought me out there to deal with them, and then I came back and I wanted to have my own brand.
Right.
And I was always a smoker. My name was already FTO Pac. Pac. I was a smoker. Always been a smoker. So I'm like, I might as well build a brand off of that, because
Right.
first of all, it sells everywhere, all the time. So
Yeah.
if I ever wanted to go and vibe with any type of room, once you spark some weed, you good. We best friends already. You know what I'm saying? Before we even say anything.
Yeah. No, I
We'll
definitely
do it. So
I've definitely had that conversation on the podcast. Like, it's definitely
yeah?
a good icebreaker, right? Like, if you smoke, even if you in a
Got
whole
blunt,
new
got
place,
weed.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
the best.
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It always seems to connect and get people together, and it gets things, it gets the vibe rolling. It makes for good conversation. You know what I
Every
mean?
time.
For sure. So, like, for you, what started it for you? What made you think, like, damn, let me get into this entertainment business? What was it that sparked that idea for you, for real?
I was an artist, bro. And like I'm making the music and like people's telling me like, filling you with a whole bunch of bullshit. Oh, I got you, man. You gonna blow, you gonna be this and that. I promise you this, I promise you that. Oh, you gotta do this, and I'll give you this and that. I got tired of people just telling me anything. And, when you're not happy about some situation, you gotta fix that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the only way I knew how to do it was try it myself.
Right.
So if I ain't getting booked here, or if I'm not getting paid from this booking here, and I just keep not getting paid here, I might as well try to do it myself and come from the ground up and do it the way I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Then if something go wrong, you blame your damn self. But
So you got tired of the promoters and the way they were treating the artists or treating
exactly,
you specifically.
sometimes it's just not right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just you feed them bullshit. Some people are janky.
Yeah.
That's just the truth about it. You know what I'm saying? But so I wanted to just try something new. You know what I mean? And see if I could change the Pittsburgh scenery on how it is. Not saying I did, but I had an impact on it.
Right. So that's what got you into promotion. Just
Yeah, that's what got me into it. Just like being an artist and just wanting to be able to change the game to an artist standpoint, not just making it be pay to play.
Yeah.
Pay to play, pay to play, pay to play. That's what they pitch. So I'm like, how can we get paid while playing too as well? You know what I'm saying? Fair exchange, no robbery. You know what I mean?
Right.
So still building that remedy, but it's doing pretty good. You know what I mean?
What was that first show like that you put together? Like, what was that first experience?
Ooh, shit, it
Whenever
was
whenever you
scary.
put that first show together.
It was scary, bro. I didn't know who was going to show up. I
Yeah.
didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what to charge. I didn't know where to go to. I didn't know who to talk to about it. You know what I mean? Like, it was just all, you know, just a roll the dice type of game, like a gamble.
Learning on a job type shit.
On the whim, yep. No
Yeah.
training, no nothing. Just here. You wanted to do it, sign up and do it, you know? So, I mean, I would say it went pretty good, but I made it a mixtape release party. So, people that, you know, I would check my support system right then and there. It would
Right.
check my support system right then and there.
It was one of your mixtapes that were being released.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was called Truly Dedicated. That was my very first mixtape I ever dropped ever.
Okay.
Truly Dedicated.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was on a CD. It wasn't even, it was before, it
Streaming.
was actually
and all.
before streaming, before,
Yeah.
you know, around the time where YouTube was getting bigger.
Right.
So I really didn't get a chance to even put it on YouTube.
Right.
You
So
know
you
what I mean? I
ain't
just
even,
kept it on straight.
promote it like it would be promoted today.
Nope, it was straight $5 a CD. $5 a CD, but if you came to the mixtape release party, obviously I gave it away to everybody
Get
that was
one
in there.
for free. Yeah.
Exactly.
So like you said, you really didn't have any idea what you was doing. You know how you got it. Yeah. You didn't have no idea what you was doing or how you even get it started or where to go from with that first promotion.
Nah,
So
I
so
had no
where
clue. Oh shit!
oh, no, it's
sorry.
all good. Where did you start at? Like how did you book a venue? How did you even come across those type of things? Where did you get started at?
You know what? I just was like, I was doing shows at something called One Live Studio, or not One Live, Level Up Studios, and
Okay.
everybody was doing, you know.
Shout out Mario, level up.
Yeah, that's
for
my
sure.
guy, man. Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
was going to him, you know, and everybody was throwing these little shows in there. So I'm like, it gotta be some reason why I'm always being booked here. Either he's the main guy in the city, or he's the most fear priced guy in the city, you know.
Right.
So I checked him out, and he actually was, you know, and he's actually fair with how he does business as well. So shout out to him for that as well. You know, he started that. Him and DJ Goodnight.
That's
Them were
what's
the
up.
two, yeah, they had a hot kick when I first started doing this promotion.
Yeah, no, shout out to DJ Goodnight, shout out to Mario, both good friends of mine and both solid individuals in the city doing, like you said, doing good business. And Mario provided a space, you know, for artists and creatives to come together, you know, as far
Right.
as dance goes, as far
Right.
as he had the recording studio there and
Yeah.
like you said, he made it an affordable space, not only for, you know, artists that are on the scene, but even up and coming artists and youth. I know he had different youth nights and things he did like
Right.
that. So
Right.
shout out to places like that who provide those opportunities and those spaces.
Exactly.
Because it's important, right? We need a
Yeah.
stage to perform this music on. So whenever they give us that, you know, we got to be grateful for it.
For sure. And that's actually where I first started doing security too as well.
Okay.
One Live Studios was the first place I ever did security
Okay,
at.
DJ Goodnight, yeah.
Yep, DJ Goodnight. Again, shout out to DJ Goodnight. He had a huge impact on the whole Pittsburgh and PGH scene in
Yeah, for
general.
sure.
You know, not a lot of promoters would even exist if it wasn't for him. I could say, you know.
No, I would echo that same sentiment. He definitely provided a space and another thing, just like we were talking about Level Up, you know, it was a multifaceted space too. So they
Right.
had a recording studio as
Right.
well as the performance space as well as the bar. You know, it provided the whole
Right.
ambiance. So that first show at Level Up Studios, what was the outcome? What was that mixtape release party like?
You know what? The first show wasn't at One Live. The first show was at Mario's.
Yeah, Level.
That I
yeah,
ever
yeah,
that
yeah.
I it was Level. Oh, I'm sorry.
Level Up,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So with Level Up, I want to say it was a turnout about 50 to 60 people.
Yeah, that's not bad. Your first show.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. You know what
And
I'm
the
saying?
space is one that
Right,
looks like
it
it
was
looks like a
intimate.
lot. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was intimate.
And it looks like a lot
I
of
like
people there.
shows where it was intimate. No stage where you thought you was bigger than somebody.
Yeah.
No booth where you had to look down at nobody. It was eye to eye, personal contact with the whole crowd. You know, it just was like a nice way to start branding. You know,
Did you
a
book
perfect spot.
openers? Did you book openers as well for that show?
You know what? I believe I just had. How did I do that? I think I just had. You know, if I seen you supporting me coming up, or if you were just around, and if we were just networking with each other before these events even were going on, that's who I had come support and you know, showcase their talent as well.
Yeah.
That's who I chose. I didn't charge anybody. I didn't want a door fee from them. It's just come and show me as well as you were, you know, supporting my mixtape as well. You know what I mean? So just back and forth. That's all. Just show that love to them is like they showing love to me.
Do you still have a relationship with a lot of those artists?
Every last one of them.
Yeah.
Every last one of them. I will never forget who showed up to my first show.
Yeah.
First show. I got a lot of songs with them.
Yeah, you do a lot of
Yeah,
collaboration
definitely,
with those
definitely,
individuals too.
definitely.
Hell yeah. Now, was there a specific moment where you realized like, damn, this could be more than a hobby? Like this is I really got something with this. This could be a real brand.
As in the events.
Yeah, the events, the Stoner Gang. Yeah,
Oh, bro, I realized that when people was telling me like, you should get socks, you should get shirts, you should get the ski mask, and I'm like, I don't know how to do nothing like that, but like if I could find somebody that could do it, I'll try it, you know. And they just kept asking me, can I get a shirt? Can I get a shirt? Can I get a shirt? Before I noticed, there's 20, 30 people that's taking pictures and tagging me with that shirt on.
yeah,
So it was actually something I was like, oh, people want to wear it.
yeah.
Once they want to wear your brand,
You already got
you
something.
already got something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Whether it's even if the events flop every single time, you got your brand a walking billboard every single day. Somebody has your stuff on. I get a random phone call. Hey, bro, I just seen somebody with the Stoner Gang shirt. Who? You know what I'm saying? It's just random stuff. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they might not even know your music, but at least the brand.
They recognize the
They
brand.
recognize the
They
brand.
might not even know you behind the brand, but they recognize the brand.
But they just recognize the brand.
Yeah, and it's a lot
And
to
they
be
might
said
just
for
want
that.
it because it's a smoker.
Right.
They're a smoker. They might just want it just because they like the color or the way the logo was. Just any reason.
Was that part of the motivation for you for the Stoner Gang? Is because you knew like even if people aren't familiar with me or aren't familiar with what I got going on, but if they're just a smoker and that's their vibe, they're gonna catch it.
You know what? I mean, I tried to aim for that, right? I tried to aim for that. I really feel like artists, artists are the ones helping me push this more. So I got to give it to the artists.
Yeah,
The artists are, DM me, hey, I'll wear it in my next video. The artist is DM me, hey, bro, can I wear this to my next show? The artist will be, bro, I'm about to go on tour. Can I get a couple shirts? I'll take them with me, yo. Stuff like that, where I appreciate. Baby Egypt did stuff like that for me.
Yeah.
Like, he's huge in the city, so I appreciate him as well.
yeah,
Like, they all help. Like, Iceman Productions, the guy that used to make the beats back in the day, he helped me vent, and I left mine on his table. He's selling mine for him as well. I appreciate him for that shit too. Like it's nothing but love from a lot of people in the city.
Did you find that to be helpful whenever the artist started wearing it? Did you notice that it started to catch with more people when they seen it with
Yeah,
the artist?
yeah, because they were wearing it to the shows.
Yeah,
They would wear it to the shows, like more than just my show. They would show up to another show that has nothing to do with Stoner Gang, and wear it to their show.
Right.
So people was calling me and texting me, or I'll get the footage, a video from the next day, or recap video they put on YouTube and stuff like that. That's the biggest amount of love I could ever receive. You know what I mean?
yeah, and that's why I asked you that because a lot of
Yeah.
people might be hesitant to give merch out
Right.
or to let people have it, but not knowing that you might be blocking an advertisement for yourself, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Sometimes where it might cost me $20, $15 to make the shirt. I charge $20, $25 for the shirt. Sometimes you got to take the loss and just say, here. You know what I'm saying? Bro, just wear this. Or just, if you don't want it, give it to the next person.
Right,
If that next person don't want it, just tell them pass it to the next person.
right.
At the end of the day, it'll be with someone, you know?
That's
It'll end
another
up-
that's another theme on the show that I often talk about with artists is
Yeah.
not being afraid to put that seed money down. You got to invest in yourself
Gotta invest
to
in
see the
yourself.
return. Like sometimes you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like it might take a little money out front,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you're gonna get it back another one way or the other.
But I'm glad, I think business-wise, because ROI, a lot of people even know what ROI is, but it's return on investment. Like, people think it's supposed to be money. Sometimes it's followers. Sometimes it's the brand. Sometimes it's Lord Jesus, edit that shit out. Oh Lord Jesus. But
Sometimes it's just advertising in
sometimes
itself.
sometimes it's just advertisement in itself. Yeah, exactly.
So, how would you describe your artistic style, bro? How would you describe your sound for someone who may not be familiar with what you got going on?
Energetic. Like every verse I do got to be, high tempo, like fast pace. Get up out your seat. I barely ever make music that should make you, oh my god, I'm so high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I barely ever make music like that. I just try to keep you going. Not a lot of people keep that music going. They just want you to either make music the drill or music to make you just be like, man, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Or I just want to go to sleep. Or I'm just mellow. And I meet you right in the middle.
What made you? Is that like some of your influences? Like who were some of your influences? Were they the same type of artists? Were they energetic? Were they high energy artists?
You know what? I started thinking like I'm not even listening to artists because I don't want to. I want to try to figure out what I want to sound like. a lot of people sound like the next person, the next person, the
Yeah.
next person, because they're listening to their type of music all the time. Like, I tried to listen to nobody for like a year,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I gotta find myself, and figure out when I hear a beat, how am I gonna go on? Not how would Gucci Man go on? How would Waka Flocka go on? How would Blase Blah go on? Like, I want to figure out how Pac can go on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's why a lot of people be like, bro, you don't sound like nobody. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think I sound like nobody but me.
Now, for you with music, where did it start at for you? When was the first time you heard music, or what was the first album, or what inspired you to want to make music?
Bro, my man Smoke, like my right hand man's, he was making this music or whatever. I don't know what he was doing, but he brought the song to me, and he like, yeah, bro, listen to this. Listen to him. Like, how the hell did you make a professional song? Like, where did you meet? I'm with him every single day.
Right.
How did you? But I wasn't in that type of part of his life, where he's making the music and doing all that extra stuff. I'm a little younger than him, so I'm like, how did you, even get connected to these type of people? And it sounded pretty good. So I'm like, I'll give it a try. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it a try. And he let me in, and I tried to figure it out slowly but surely. I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And just went from there.
You remember the first song you two made together?
Bruh, it is called. I think it's called Rambo. I think it's called Rambo or Murder or something like that. But it is embarrassing. I ain't telling y'all the name of that, man. It is embarrassing, man. But eventually we got better.
Yeah.
First song is not always gonna be that good, especially with how young we started. We started like, I'm only 29. I think I started rapping when I was like 11 or 12.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like 12, maybe 13. Like,
Right.
so young to where like I said, I wasn't really listening to nobody. So.
Yeah. You ain't had nothing to talk about,
yeah,
really.
nothing to talk about
Yeah.
really. What I was doing wasn't really that important.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just it wasn't to put on wax.
Right.
So it was just for practice, pretty much. But it got out there. I ain't gonna tell y'all where to find it at, but it got out there. You know what I mean?
Now,
Give me a chance to hit that. Yeah.
So you started making music. You said that first one wasn't that good.
Nah, my second or third one was real good though.
Now, was it around that second or third one where you was like, okay, I'm working with a little something. I got something here.
Yeah. Actually, it might have been the second one, and then the third one was a diss song. Smoke had got into my man. Smoke got into something, and he's hop on this, so I hops on the diss with him, and that's when I got confident.
Yeah.
When I was able to diss him, you know what I'm saying, and related to the high hit stuff I'm doing in the streets, to this craft I'm trying to create, get into.
Right.
Combined them both and just figured out how to do it and just got more confident with it and just went with that, went with the flow.
Yeah.
So
So you made those first couple tracks. Now, did y'all end up making an album at that time, you and Smoke?
I never made an album before.
Never made an album.
I got a lot of music, but I never made an album before.
Never made an album.
Never made an album.
Is there a
before.
reason for that? Is that strategical, or is it just how it happens?
It is how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I got a bunch of like songs. I got 3 mixtapes, but I don't have an album. I just never. I feel like albums are to be strategically plotted out, not just I got a bunch of songs. Let me figure out what songs I want to put on this album.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, it has to be motivated. A real project. You gotta have an idea in your head. You gotta have a well
It's got
thought
to be
out.
a full concept.
Yes, you gotta be dedicated to that project and nothing else. Just that project, And I just never had that much focus on making music. I feel like my lane was to either business or security. But I'm always gonna be an artist.
Right.
Always.
Yeah. So you make them songs. When was the first time? When did you get that validation from your peers or from someone that, and you was like, damn, this is all right. What was that moment?
Oh shit. We was at Citalio's, man. I don't know if y'all know what Citalio's is on the south side. It's probably closed now, but we doing a showcase, and I'm rapping, and people started like really getting into it, and they're dancing, and I'm like, hold up, like, all right, so I got my energy up together, So as soon as I learned to match the crowd, I went crazy from there, and then the showcase after that, I ended up winning. So someone walked up to me to do a post interview type of thing, and that gave me more energy. Like, yo, like this shit make you really feel like you are a rapper, like you are a rapper, So, I just started treating it just like that, and then in the next show after that, I got into a XXL magazine from that. That's when it was certified. I was like, nah, I gotta live up to it. Now I got to live up to it. I'm fully motivated. Let's do it, you know?
What was that like, seeing your name featured on a platform like Double XL magazine?
It was like no other. Like, I was so happy, like, but I stayed humble, you know, and like, you actually do, you know, deal with a lot when it comes to, you know, winning like that.
Yeah.
When you put something public like that, you know, I started getting death threats. I started getting weird messages. I started getting, you know, weird friend requests. People started separating from you. It does get weird. It gets weird.
You think that was from jealousy more than anything?
Yes, yes. And that's kind of now why I started understanding the crab in a bucket type of
mentality.
Yes, yeah. I started understanding that. You know, so I stay humble, but always put yourself first. Don't let it, you know, and discourage you, but just got to be careful. No matter how big your accomplishments are, you know,
you got to stay grounded.
Exactly.
Now, you got that exposure on a major media outlet. You know, you said you had a couple things like that happen for you. Shade 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Different shit like that.
That was crazy.
How did that come about? How did that Shade 4 or 5 experience come about for you?
You know what? Shout out to Corley White. He was my manager at the time.
Okay.
And, you know, he had the opportunity on the table, and shout out to Josh YNC as well, because they're partners.
Okay.
And they, you know, they decided out of the whole city, I've been most consistent at that time. So they're like, we're going to give you a chance, you know. And they took me to New York with them. And this is during COVID as well. So, you know, it was super, super crazy that they even wanted to be around people at that time, you know. But they took that risk, you know. We took that drive, and we got there and handled business, you know. And that was the way those people were in that building is just like, it's a whole different level. Like, it gives you a whole different feeling, like, because they're celebrities, you know. They're famous people, and they didn't look down at you,
right?
You know, they just didn't look down at you.
They treated you with respect.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, what did that exposure change? How did that exposure change things for you? Did it open up more doors, having that type of exposure?
Actually, it did, yeah, because now once you have something major attached to your name, you start catching different people's attention.
Right.
And once you have something to stand on, something to remember you by, something that's actually valid, that gives the next person that is already valid to even reason to deal with you. They don't really like reaching out if there's no reason for them to be talking to you.
Right.
You know, so if there's...
It's kind of like building your resume.
Exactly. Once you have a resume, there's some reason for somebody to give you, you know, something or deal with you in a certain way. If you don't have a resume, it's going to be pretty hard out here, you know, super hard out here for anybody, you know what I mean?
No, that's real, man.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for anybody.
People, that's why it's good to have like EPKs, different things like that together where you can promote yourself.
Exactly.
So when you get these accolades, when you get these list of accomplishments, you could put them down and you could show the next person like, yeah, you know, not only am I trying to do this, but I've already done that.
Right, exactly.
You know, I mean, a lot of people understand the importance of that and being able to catalog those type of things.
Yeah, it maximizes your chances of getting in that bigger room. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. You can't do nothing without a resume. That's serious.
Now, what advice would you give to someone who might be watching an up-and-coming artist, or, you know, maybe friends of yours who are artists, and they ask you, like, how do I get recognized by a major platform like that? What type of things do I need to do to get on those type of platforms?
Stay consistent. Like, stay consistent and just keep on posting yourself. It don't matter. They are watching you. They may not want to pay attention to, or they might already be looking at something else, but stay consistent, stay on go, believe in yourself, and just keep on going. It is what it is. They'll see you one day.
Yeah.
Whether it's too late for them or it's right on time, they'll see it.
You got to keep doing it, right? You got to keep doing it until something sticks. Because all it takes is that one thing, to stick, or that one move, or that one video, that one song, that one verse to stick. Yeah. And it might be the big one, and then it can all snowball from there, right?
Right, exactly. But and the thing is, they're not going to invest their money into you if they don't see you investing your money into you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just gotta invest into yourself until you have something that is profitable for the next motherfucker. That's just what it is.
Like you said, ROI.
Exactly.
People want to get a return on their investment.
Exactly. And if there's no return on the investment by dealing with you 9 times out of 10, you're just going to have to deal with yourself.
Right. No,
you know
100%. 100%. Y'all tuned into the world's dopest podcast. Yeah. We see y'all checking us out live, the Marley State of Mind podcast. We got my man Pac Gambino in the building down here at the Bunch of Bull Studios.
You know it.
If the people want to get a hold of you, follow you on social media, what's the best way to do that?
Instagram right now. Instagram's Stoner Gang CEO _ Stoner Gang CEO _.
And if they want to stream some of the music, how do they go about doing that?
Pac Gambino on all platforms. Stoner Gang Music on YouTube. That's really where everything is at. Stoner Gang Music on YouTube. That's where everything is at, literally.
Okay, all right. I always want to get into that so they can make
For
sure
sure.
they follow what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Now with the security thing, bro, how did you get into the security? How did you transition to that? You already
That's,
had the music going on. You're doing
yeah.
the promotions, and then you add security. You know the security work on there to it. How did that come about for you?
Now before I say that, do you feel like there's something wrong with a little white lie?
Uh, no, no, not necessarily.
Now listen, I asked that because it started from a little white lie, a little tiny bit of one, just a little one, just a little one. So, a huge promoter made a post and said, I need some security, blah, 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 XYZ. And I'm like, I know how to do that. And they're like, all right. And they gave me a chance. How long you been doing security, A little while, a little while. I'm pretty
This was your first gig though.
Never did it a day in my life.
Okay, yeah, no, that's
Never
smooth.
did it a day in my life,
That's
right?
smooth, yeah.
You got to though if it gets you the offer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you believe you can
Do it,
fulfill
yeah.
Yep.
I respect that.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I'm a master welder tomorrow.
Exactly, you know what I mean? So it's really
I respect
crazy.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really crazy because that happened. And they trusted me with the process, and I just went with it, And then the person that was at that event happened to see me doing that, and I did pretty good. So he see a post on Facebook the next day, and then everybody was like, yeah, he was pretty good. Who was that? Boom, boom. So he tagged me, and then I'm getting friend requests. I'm a promoter too. All right, cool. I'm a club owner. Boom. I'm an artist. I need you with me. Boom, boom. All right, cool. And they just kept on coming, kept on coming, kept on coming. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's to the point where I wasn't even charging. I told him like, listen, bro, just let me rap at your event. That's it. I just want to rap.
So you're parlaying those situations into other
Exactly.
situations. Damn.
Listen, I just want to get in the club for free.
Damn.
All right, man. Listen, I just want a studio session. Okay, cool. You do it. All right, cool. Just let me on your podcast. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And just going from there. You know what I
that's
mean?
brilliant.
Like opportunity for opportunity.
Yeah.
And then I started becoming so consistent and so good at what I'm doing. All right,
Now you got your name out there.
Exactly. Now I can do
Building
that.
that resume.
And my second event happened to be a celebrity event, where now I'm working the door and I'm working the celebrity.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Don't ask me how. I don't know how. But he had no complaint. Everything went how it was supposed to go. Got paid max of what I was supposed to get paid. And I never even knew that that's what you were supposed to get paid. He handed it to me as if he did this before. So I'm like, looks right.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was supposed to be getting paid.
Right.
And that was $50 an hour. And I'm with him for 6 hours,
Yeah.
6-7 hours, So it's like, all right, I didn't even know what I was supposed to get paid. He knew what to pay the security. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was crazy. But, man, it started from a little white lie. That's it. And now that's how I feed my family.
No, that's fire, bro.
And other people's family as well. Like, I have guards under me that can feed their family as well.
Yeah, I was going to get into that for sure, but that's fire. I had a similar situation. I've done similar things.
Yeah?
In music and definitely found that to be to my benefit. There was this radio show with the homie Nuke Naka and Junior Moth.
Okay.
Rest in peace to Moth, Pirate Radio.
Okay.
And I used to see a lot of artists have songs artists that I appreciated have songs on there. So I hit up Nuke Naka one day. My first time ever talking to him or anything. I said, "Hey, did you post that song?"
Okay.
And I ain't submit nothing to him. I was like, "Hey, did you post that song? You said you was gonna post it."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, my bad, bro. Send it to me again. I'll post it right now."
Oh, shit.
And I was like, "All right, no doubt."
Holy shit.
And in the similar situation. So when you say, "Is there anything wrong with a white lie?" No, not if you use it in that way, right?
Right.
It's nothing
Exactly.
malicious.
Right.
It's nothing that can be done to any harm. But if you use it to parlay it into a situation, then why not go for it?
Exactly.
So from that situation, you were able to create the SG Tactical Security.
Yeah, and I didn't even know what I was going to call it. If a person would have asked me what my company's called at that time, I might have told him James Kelly something.
Yeah.
Just out of, I don't know, but
Yeah.
I didn't even know what, nothing about it. So I'm glad it even got to this point,
Now you said you got people under you now as well. You got
Yeah. I got, how many people now? 7. I believe it's 7 right now.
Damn,
It was 12, but it's 7 now.
that's crazy.
2025 put a damper on a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
Glad it's done. Glad it's gone.
Yeah.
But now I'm dealing with specific guards, specific contracts. When you got to deal with price changing and leveling up. You got to weave out the BS. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Sometimes that's what it is. You know.
No, that's fire. So you jumped into all these things, really not knowing what you were doing,
Yeah.
but figuring it out as you were
Figuring
going.
out as I go. Yeah.
Does that give you confidence in other areas, knowing that you have this ability to adapt to whatever the situation is?
Yeah. It's funny you said that because, bro, I was all right. So it was Stoner Gang with the music, and then same thing with. I never really told this story, but somebody asked me for to shoot a video for him. Hey, can you hold this camera for me? It's like, yeah, sure. So then, I held the camera for him, and I'm shooting, and the video turned out pretty good. I just shot it, he edited, I'm like, all right. And then somebody hit me up because I posted a video, obviously, and they're like, bro, how much you charge for videos? And I was like, just give me 100. Didn't know how to do videos at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then, I'm just like, all right, hey, bro, can I see the camera for I won't charge you ever. I will just always shoot for you, but can I use your camera when somebody else calls me, and then I'll give you half of whatever I charge them, because you know how to edit.
To edit, yeah.
Right. So the whole time, I'm Brandon, trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to be called and what the hell my logo can be. That's really, really, when you think about it, where Stoner Gang, ENT Productions, anything came from. Really. Stoner Gang Productions. We're an entertainment company now.
Yeah.
But it was Stoner Gang Productions back in the day because that's how it started, with a video camera. With a camera. Just
It started
holding
as a
camera.
production company.
That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fire.
And, I started with the photography after that and linked up with different people. And I shot a lot of different videos for a lot of different people. And then I just stepped into, all right, events and then shirts and then ashtrays and all this. So now it's entertainment, so now I'm dealing with music and artists and shows and different stuff like that. So now I'm ENT more so. Now I don't really do videos anymore.
Right.
Same thing with
But
the
you still
studio.
can under the ENT.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Under
that's
one
brilliant.
umbrella. If I ever wanted to, one
You
umbrella.
can still jump into it.
Yep.
Now, when you say all this, all I could think of is that's hustling. Like, that's real
Grinding,
hustling.
bro.
You know what I mean? Because people sometimes hear the
Grinding,
word
bro.
hustling and they automatically line it up with selling drugs. But
Right.
the way you're hustling is a real hustle. You know what I
Right,
mean? And it's
right.
it's a real grind. And you're finding any way to make a buck. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yep.
You're finding these creative ways. You see a need for something, and you're like,
Right.
"There's a need for it. Let me go ahead and fill it."
Exactly. And I came from being in the streets, bro. Like I came
Right.
from being in the streets. Like I said before with the music, I was in the streets a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And my boy Smoke came home with that music and I'm like, bro, how the fuck is we're supposed to be doing this. How did you end up doing this? I don't even know this part of you. And I'm glad I got to know that part of him because it turned into now where we're at right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's crazy.
Growing, yeah.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Now, without saying any names, what's different about protecting a high-profile celebrity as opposed to just a regular club or a regular client? What's different about those high-profile celebrities?
They're more needy, bro. Like
Yeah.
the worst, craziest experience I ever had was a person they go get me a drink. Now I can protect you. I'm here. I'm here to do all that.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing you're not about to do is just send me around and
Yeah, I'm
go
not
get
your
my
errand
donuts,
boy.
go get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And so they're real needy. Once you lay it down on them, like, bro, we could do whatever you're trying to do or however you want to do it, but I'm not about to do, that come with a different charge. Now I'm your assistant,
Yeah.
security guard, bodyguard, assistant.
Yeah.
All right, now we can do that, but just that
Just
ain't
know,
we agreed to.
just know it's gonna be a different fee.
Right, exactly. Now, as far as like bars and clubs, I already have that pre-printed out.
Right.
You never know what you're going to have to deal with when you're bodyguarding celebrities and stuff like that. As far as bars and clubs, what's
It's
written
pretty
out.
standard.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. It's written down. It's sign that dotted line already with what the agreement was, and everything like that. So that's easier to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just dealing with celebrities, you don't know what you're going to have to deal with. It's
Yeah.
day to day, unpredictable.
Yeah, you gotta deal with their whims. You're not
Exactly.
just dealing with, like you said, a club. You kind of know what to expect. You know what the
Right.
people going to be like. You know what I mean? You already know what you're walking into, so that's
Right.
a whole different environment.
Right.
Which makes sense, bro.
Right.
100%.
You got to deal with. You got to worry about what type of mood that artist is in today,
Right.
or that entertainer is in today. So that's the wildest part right there because they're real people. It's not just act. You know, it's not just 4 hours of them acting around. You know, just they're real people.
What was the most memorable moment that you had in that?
Oh my God, bro. Probably Natalie Nunn's crazy ass.
Yeah.
When she snaps her fingers and says, "Hey, fight," they do it. I mean, they do it quick. You know, and it doesn't matter where they're at. Everybody wants to be a baddie.
Yeah.
So anytime she snaps her fingers, they're gonna fight. So I dealt with this situation at a club in Pittsburgh, and Natalie Nunn came here, and you know she snapped her fingers, and they're fighting. And we calmed that down. Snapped her finger again. Now they're fighting over here. Snap her finger one more time. Now they're fighting all at once. It's it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That was the craziest thing. And Tasiki, as hard as she hits, wasn't even in it. But I got hit by her. That's so it's a little crazy as shit, man. It's crazy as shit. You take blows dealing with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nothing I can do, It's just a
Yeah.
fight. What can I do? And that's my client.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Nothing you can do, right?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do besides just suck it up.
Now, what are skills you think people underestimate about having to do security?
Bro, we're front line. Like, you might not be the police, but
Yeah.
you're front line.
Right.
If a person's coming in to do harm to whoever is behind you, they're gonna take you out first. You gotta go first.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Your first face they see, last face they see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you never know what to even expect, especially as the doorman. You never know what they expect.
That's something you learned on it, like, as you went?
Bruh, like pretty much the first fucking experience.
Yeah.
First fucking experience.
Yeah.
It's front line, Everybody's safety is in your hands.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stress.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of
yeah.
stress.
And the club's paying you to make sure that that's the case.
Man.
Or the client's paying you to make sure that's the case, yeah.
Exactly. Especially when you grow with a name, you grow with a name and people's looking at you a certain way, and all you have is your name out here. Once something bad happens, it's kind of hard to recoup from that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because your reputation's everything.
Exactly.
Right.
Once you get a bad reputation of like, oh, now he let a gun in,
He
or
bad
shooting,
business.
blah, blah, XYZ,
Yeah.
and he charged me this, charged that. You just gotta stay consistent. Stay consistent with everything you do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Make sure you're doing it at a high level,
Exactly.
whatever it is you do.
Exactly.
Now, so, you're an individual, got all these different things going on, bro.
Right.
And it's a lot. And it's, and all of them require a lot of time.
Right.
So what does a typical day for you look like?
Stress the fuck out.
Running all these things, yeah, I'm
Stress
sure.
the fuck out. Phone does not stop ringing.
Yeah.
Minimum sleep, but at the end of the day, I just keep on going. Because that shit will pay off one day. Like, I used to always want to give up all the time. I gave up a lot of times. Like, but I see once you give up, you're already lost. You're done. So it's like, I'm not about to even take that lane no more. That's not an option for me no more. So I might be tired. I might want to go to sleep.
But you got to keep going.
But I'm just going to keep on going, yeah. Get it done, then I'll, sleep in a minute. I might be able to blink for a little while longer, later. But I got to get this done right now, A lot of people don't think like that.
Waiting.
But
yeah,
and I just train myself like that. Like a 10-hour shift is like a 6-hour shift for me, because it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Now, doing all those things, do you have like partners that you trust? Like people that you can lean on in each of these things that help you get those things done?
You have to.
That's what I'm about to say. It has to be more than just you, right? You have to.
I mean, for a long time it wasn't, but at the end of the day, only because I had a mindset of like, nobody's going to take care of your shit like how you would.
Right.
So if you want shit done the right way or the way you want to be comfortable with, you want to do that shit yourself. Because the motherfuckers never going to treat your shit like how they would,
like they
how
would
you
their
want.
own,
Exactly.
or like they would their own.
Right,
yeah.
exactly. So once I started accepting, like, all right, they might not have did it how I did it, but it still got done. I got over that feeling of like, it's
having
not
the
done
same,
right.
Having the same expectation of yourself from someone else.
Exactly. Once I learned, like, it's done. It's just not done how I would do it, but it's still done. All right. I can trust them to do what they do, If that's what you do best, go ahead, stay over there. And, I don't have to be here, 3D print myself.
Yeah.
As long as I, put what I know into
like
you.
That. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as I put what I know into you and I can trust you, what it is, we're good then. As long as it gets done. That's it. As long as it gets done. You're going to hear my mouth if it don't.
Right.
They all know that. They're going to hear my mouth if you don't, but, they normally get it done. It's typically
you just care as long as they get there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It don't matter how they get there.
No matter how they get there.
And that's got to be tough, right? Because you said you didn't always have those partnerships along the way.
Right.
So
right.
you're probably used to having it done your way for so long. It had to be tough to relinquish that that type of control.
right? And sometimes I catch myself like, they're like, "Yo, you did that already?" I'm like, "Bro, yeah." Like I thought you asked me to do it. I'm like, "I did ask you to do that." Damn, I probably could have been asleep while I was doing that. So I just get
But you're
used to
still
like,
so used to, yeah,
yeah, I'm just used to be like, if it needs done, I'm doing it.
yeah,
Just to make sure that I know it's done.
yeah,
But once you get past that, once you get past that feeling, it's a lot better. It's not really overwhelming like like how it seems.
right.
You know what I mean?
Now, have you had any major setbacks along the way that made you want to just say, "Fuck it, I'm done with this shit"?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bruh. Recently, like recently, I just fucking. Oh man, I'll get a little personal. You want to know a real personal situation? Like I can, let the people know a little bit,
for sure.
bruh. All right, man. So obviously he doesn't work for me anymore. But I go hard. I had some celebrity security to do, and I trusted him to do it because I was at another gig, and um, he's doing the bodyguard work for him, and they'll, some type of deal. I don't know what. I'm not gonna speak of what it was.
Right,
They do some type of deal, give me some change on cash, whatever the hell it was. It
right.
was out of company policy, should have never happened. But once that situation happened, now it transpired. Now the money's wrong, and guess who's to blame? Me.
Right.
At the end of the day, because I was
Your name's on it.
my name's on it, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's pretty big. He's a pretty big celebrity.
Right.
And if he would have went to the internet, you're done. You're done. Nobody's booking with you ever again.
And we was just talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Your reputation is everything.
Reputation's everything.
Yeah.
And once I learned that, no matter what, even if I say, hey, I need a subcontract someone from another company to come and work one of my locations for me, even though you don't have my logo, even though you don't work for me, I sent you.
Right.
That's still my contract. I sent
still
you.
your name on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And once I learned that, I was like, oh, no, I'm good. He doesn't work for me. I used to always think like that. You learn very fucking quick that that's wrong.
People still gonna
Oh, yeah.
align that with you.
Oh yeah. Your name's attached to it. All right. It's on the ground. It's green. It's all over the place. In a football field, must be grass.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So
Don't make the obvious unobvious. Right.
exactly.
Now, even with that, right? Even with going through those setbacks, what keeps you motivated to keep going?
Bro, this is how I feed my kids, bro. This is how we live and how we live. This is how I don't have to say no to them. This is how every day they are living better than what the hell I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got to keep this shit going. I stop everything. Stop. Like I don't know nothing else besides what I do now. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can't say it like that because I'm a hustling motherfucking machine.
Right.
But I'm in such a position where like this is what I'm doing in my career that I'm not going to turn around. This is what I'm doing.
You feel like you ain't got no other way now.
No, it's the only way. Let's only expand
Only
from
one
here.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only expand from here. Allied is cool, but I'm gonna run over that shit one day. No disrespect to Allied, because no disrespect.
No, yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? I ain't even mean to say their name, but
No, but you're saying
for example,
you respect them so much that you want to be on the level that
exactly.
where they're at. Yeah,
exactly.
No, I don't think it's not wrong with that. Now, how did you get these ideas with the products, like the rolling trays, like the jars? How did you get those ideas and turn them into a physical thing? How did you take them from being an idea to making them real?
Bro, I had a security contract in a smoke shop, and he's putting stupid ass shit on these roll trays, bro, and it's now costing like $30. I'm like, bro, a stupid ass like might have Star Wars on it or something. $30 now? That's ridiculous. Okay, all right. So if I put my brand on it and don't have a middleman, because wherever you got that from, you know what I'm saying, I can learn how to do these rolling trays myself. Wherever you got that from, you had to buy that from them. Now, if I make the shit myself, it's completely cutting out the third person, you know what I'm saying? And I can sell it on my own place. I don't have to have it sitting in a location or anything like that.
You don't have the same overhead. You didn't have the same overhead.
Yeah, no, I just didn't have, I'm just like, if you can do it, I definitely can do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with an actual brand connected to a name, connected to a face. And this is not connected to anything besides, whatever, wherever it came from,
No, that's brilliant. So it's the same theme for you, right? Like you seen you seen a market that had a void in it,
Yeah,
and you utilize it. And not only that, it was another parlay from you said you was doing security.
yeah,
You was on a job thinking another way to make some more bread.
yeah, bro. Because like, all right, let's say I go to a gig that called me for security. All right, cool. I get to know them, and then all right, now I want to do an event. That's a great venue. Now I'm coming at them as a promoter. Now they need security at that event,
Yeah.
which is my security. And then now I'm doing an event there. So then now
Mm.
I got artists coming with the merch, and that's just walking billboards all over the place. If they buy the shirt, take a picture with the shirt. I got backdrops, stuff like that, where I just set up a backdrop and let them take a picture in front of it. Everybody likes taking pictures. Put the ring light, have a backdrop, people walk up to it, take a picture. Now your brand is behind everybody's picture
Damn. Yeah.
all night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah,
Try to
bro.
tilt it a little bit towards the, near the stage where people's recording their set, but then your brand is somewhere in that frame.
Damn. Yeah. That's marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a marketing genius. I can't lie. No,
You know
that's
what I'm
brilliant. Yeah, no, that's real shit.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a product or design or piece of merch that you're most proud of?
Uh,
That you're like, yeah, that's that shit.
Bruh, I think it's the rolling trays. I think it's the rolling trays or the ashtrays because people grab them and they're like, shout out to you, Dig. I just gave him a full rolling tray set and he looked at it for 15, 20 minutes. Just looking at it, flipping it, turning it around, turning it back on. And I'm like, bro. He's like, bro, the quality of these,
Yeah.
like where did you get these from? Like, and I didn't make them, but I got plugged into somebody that does, and she does them for a great price, great situation. Like it's just perfect partnership.
Good partnership.
And
Yeah.
she would rather stay in the dark.
Yeah.
Really don't want to be in the light. Rather be behind someone's brand, and that's why I appreciate her so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she just wants to be behind someone's brand. And that's when you get a team, everybody's under one umbrella. It doesn't really matter.
It don't matter
Yeah.
who's in the forefront.
Yeah,
Everybody's getting the same cut.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, we know you do that, and I know you mentioned a little bit about the Stoner Fest, right? Let's get into the Stoner Fest, man. I know you got one coming up in April, right?
Yeah.
And this is the fourth. This is the fourth Stoner Fest.
This is now the sixth one.
The sixth Stoner Fest.
Yep.
So how did this come about, bro? Tell me about the first Stoner Fest and the idea behind it.
Damn, bro. So I just wanted to figure out a place to be on 420, a safe place to be. So I should say, and I started noticing a lot of people, was doing these little small, trying to do big smokeouts, right? Trying to do big smokeouts, trying to post on Facebook, trying to do this and that. Some rooms are the wrong rooms to be in. So I tried to create a good room to be in, good vibes, and give an artist an opportunity to showcase their music as well while doing that. So why not do it? And the first one wasn't called Stoner Fest. It was just 420 Smokeout Fest or something like that. I believe that's what it was. I just pulled it up yesterday when I asked a question for Facebook, trying to see where my fan base was.
Right.
I asked the people, I'll give a free slot to any artist, to the first artist, to answer this question. Where was the first Stoner Fest at?
Yeah.
And it stirred the whole Facebook. They're like, I know it was this place. I know it was this place. I know it was this place. And I pulled it up. Yeah.
Did somebody get it right?
A couple people got it right, but I feel like they were just copying and pasting his first answer. You know how that goes.
Somebody who won the slot?
Sluzzo Nell.
Okay.
Yep, Sluzzo Nell. I appreciate him.
Yeah, shout out Sluzzo, huh?
Yeah, he's a real deal supporter. Him and OFR Brick. I'm telling you, where I came from the start, he never gave up. He always supported me no matter where I was at. When I decided to separate, or when he decided to separate, whatever the case may be was, he still rocked with me.
Still supported.
Yeah, till this day.
Yeah.
So this motherfucking day.
So that was the first Stoner. Where was that? Where was the first?
That was One Live Multi-Purpose Center.
Okay.
DJ Goodnight.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? And once he allowed me to have that opportunity, people just kept telling me, bro, you should do that again. You should do that again. You should do that again. And I'm like, I'm not going to burn it out. I ain't going to burn it out. So we're going to do that every year.
Yeah.
No, you should do it every 3 months. No, every year.
It'll be more
what I'm saying?
special.
And then I started looking at it as like a Pittsburgh Rolling Loud.
Mm.
And I don't know if there is one. Is there one?
Not that I know of.
So guess what? You just seen it just right here on your podcast.
Yeah.
That's really what the fuck it's about to be.
Yeah.
Yep, a Rolling Loud, Pittsburgh Rolling Loud type of thing. Because I
Stonefest.
try to I try to make that be the most memorable show all year.
Right.
You know, with so many big names, I try to pick the most biggest names at the time or that was ever in Pittsburgh in general.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the artists that was actually ever a supporter, actually a performer at Stonerfest. It was a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some of the biggest names, some of the smallest names, and we're just gonna keep it going. Keep it going.
Who was one of those bigger names that you're most proud to have had on? I mean, hopefully without offending anyone, but just personally, who
Stunner.
was? Yeah.
Stunner. Most respectable, good business. Like a lot of artists are just terrible to work with. I'm just being honest, you know, it's just crazy honest, but a lot of artists are terrible to work with. They don't, their communication sucks. They're not trustworthy.
Yeah.
They won't show up. They'll show up late. They want promo. There's so many things wrong with the Pittsburgh scene when it comes to that. So when you find artists that actually know what they're doing and do it correctly and respect what they're doing with their craft, you understand why they're still popping from years where they started off at.
Yeah.
So shout out Stunner. He's the best artist I ever worked with.
That's what's up.
Him and A1.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Stunner for sure.
Definitely A1 too.
And shout out A1 for sure.
For sure.
That's fire, bro.
For sure.
So you said there's a lot wrong with the scene.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with it, bro.
And you named a couple things. Do you think, or do you find that lack of professionalism being one of those things?
Lack of professionalism, bruh. That's the biggest thing. Like, no, that's not the biggest thing. Cockiness. People are way too cocky, bro. They'll get 100 likes and now they think they're Jesus, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. No, man, you're still at the bottom. Treat us like you're always at the bottom. Treat us like you're always hungry. Stay hungry. Don't get a win and then just be like, I'm gonna live off the rest of this win for the rest of my motherfucking life.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's not how it goes, bro. You're still at the bottom with everybody else. Just look at that until there's always gonna be somebody bigger than you. So look at it like you're never gonna be you know what I'm saying? Grind like you're never gonna make it.
No, 100%, bro. There's
Grind like you're never gonna make it. Like you ain't made it ever. Like it's a long ass pathway, but you're already there. You're already there.
No,
Stay hungry.
There's a song by Jay-Z where he quotes a line that he got from Biggie.
Yeah.
Where he said, treat your first like your last and your last like your first.
And why is that?
Because if you treat your first like your last, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it monumental. You're gonna make it big.
Yeah.
And if you treat your last like your first, you're gonna treat it the same way. You're gonna treat it with that same passion.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
hell
every time you do something new, you know what I mean? Anytime you do anything, you gotta treat it like it's the last time you're gonna be able to do that thing.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Because it could be. Because it very well could be.
You damn right.
You know what I mean? So we gotta treat it in that way, and that's reminds me of what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, people not giving things the proper respect or thinking that they're too big for something.
Exactly.
You can never be too big for anything because you
Right.
might be blocking your blessings.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And
exactly.
I think what you're saying with the ego is a big thing. Some people get too big for themselves.
Yeah.
And end up blocking their blessings, and you might turn a fan off. You know what I mean? Someone who
Right.
might have been a fan of you, they meet you now, they're like, "Damn, dude is an
Yeah.
asshole.
Oh,
like I don't
exactly.
even want to listen to him no more."
Right.
Have you had experiences like that with people where you were a fan of what they done, whether it be a celebrity or a local or someone you had on a one of your shows? You were a fan of their music, and then you met them in real life. You're like, "Yo, I ain't even listening to that shit no more."
Now,
You don't have to say who, but
no, bro. Like I would say it's more so like celebrities I booked to where like they would do something that was very unprofessional. But as far as like Pittsburgh artists, everybody be genuine. Like it's crazy because like I was just talking about this. The most street hood motherfucker you would think in the world and toughest motherfucker. Not saying those specific names, but like people that are certified rappers out here, certified street motherfuckers in the city. You call their phone and it's a real business conversation, bro.
yeah,
They're not stupid.
yeah.
They understand that it's entertainment.
At the end of the day,
Like at the end of the day, they're gonna rap about what's gonna sell to y'all.
yeah,
Sell to me, sell to us. You know what I'm saying? Sell in general. But they're not stupid. Like Reese Young is one of the smartest motherfuckers I ever met in my life, bro.
yeah,
I thought Reese Young was an asshole, bro. And that's my guy. And that's why I'm glad I do security.
yeah.
That's why I'm glad I do bodyguard work because like before I met him, you know what I'm saying? He
You had
grinded me to fuck up on Facebook. He tore my ass up. Everybody said that shit went viral, man. But like that was him reaching out basically.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to. Some people don't want to just, hey, bro, what's up, bro? No, they want to like fuck what you see how you take that. Oh, he's real. He's thorough. He know how to laugh. He know how to be. He's a normal person as well.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, that's somebody I wanted around me, and that was the
They
introduction.
might just be checking your temperature.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. And then once I stayed, like, oh, he's a funny motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? I joked right along with it as well. We best of friends. He'll FaceTime me out. FaceTime him, and he'll answer the goddamn phone.
Yeah.
No matter if he's whatever he's doing.
Y'all build
now.
a real rapport.
Exactly. You build a real rapport. Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you're with him, he's speaking shit that's like you'll never think would come out of his mouth.
Right.
But it's 1,000. He's not stupid.
Right.
These artists are not stupid. They just know how to sell. Once you know how to sell, like I said, it's ROI. It all comes back to that ROI. Like half of these fucking artists that we think are stupid are not stupid.
Right.
They're not.
It's
stupid.
just their image.
Yeah. It's just their image. Yeah. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree to it or not, that's what's making their money. So
That's what they're selling by. Yeah.
exactly.
Now, we talked about all these things you did on the business side, but you're not only looking to gain for yourself, you're doing some community work as well.
Right.
And I know you mentioned to me about the back to school drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you get into that, bro? What made you decide to give back like in that way?
Bro, so I'm from Greenway, the West End. I'm from Greenway, but I lived in Sheridan for most of my childhood, and I don't see the same situation as when I grew up. There was people to help, there were churches to help, there was actually people helping, there was community days, there was outdoor stuff to do. Now there is abandoned houses, people shooting, messed up cars, potholes, fenced up, gated, rusted houses. It's just nothing to look at no more. Nothing's going on. Nobody wants to help. Everybody's, to their self. And I just don't like where my neighborhood's going. So I tried to at least come around with some positivity. No, it's not much, but it's something that helps. A lot of moms and dads as well stress around that time for school. So if I can help in any sort of way, then I'm definitely going to. Especially when, they might be bar owners. They might be, whatever. Hire my company. What do I know? So why not show that same respect back? They might not even have been able to afford me for that party, but they still booked me anyways, paid me full price correctly, and struggled the next day.
Yeah.
Maybe they did, but still, they still showed me that same support as well. So I'm just showing that support back,
Yeah.
to everyone.
Bringing it all full circle.
Exactly.
Yeah. Feeding some good karma into the world.
Somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to do it. And if I'm in a position to be able to do it, I'm just going to do it.
Now, how long have you been doing that for?
We're on our 5th year.
5th year. That's a lot.
Yep.
That's good.
For just about as long as I've been really doing consistently great with the security, I've been doing the community day events as well.
Congratulations on that, bro.
Appreciate it.
Now, throughout those 5 years, what's been the most meaningful moment for you that you've experienced thus far with that community work?
Bro, when the news came. Last year, the news came, so I was like, everybody tag, every news channel for me on Facebook and blah, blah, blah. Someone, not going to say any names, but so much negativity popped up. And they were like, this is not how you do it. You have to go down there and, do this, do that, do that. And I didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah.
They actually seen there's a change I'm trying to make in this neighborhood, and they noticed there's something missing. And I may be that missing piece to the puzzle.
Yeah.
And they actually believed in what I had going on. And they pulled up out of nowhere. Didn't tell me they were coming or anything. They pulled up, cameras out, and literally did what they had to do. And I appreciate them for that.
That's fire.
I do appreciate them for that.
That's fire, man. Now, this is I came up with some segments for this year. This was my big thing. I wanted to shake it up a little bit and come up with some different segments. This is my rapid fire segment for you.
Oh,
okay?
shit.
Got a few questions for you. Answer rapid fire.
Oh, man.
So now, if you had to make a choice between the two, which would it be, an artist or an entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
What's the biggest win for you so far?
Being able to support my family, and helping out the guys no matter what. Always they can have a down moment and just be like, bro, can you give me a blah, blah? Yeah, hell yeah, come on, boom. I'm able to do that, and I'm blessed.
Yeah. Yeah, you can help others in a way that you probably wanted to help yourself.
Exactly. Nobody would help us.
What was the biggest lesson you learned the hard way?
Bruh, like stop quitting. Stop quitting. Like as soon as you quit, there's no motion. You're done. Just keep going.
Yeah,
Just keep going.
keep going. Consistency, right?
Right.
That's been one of the things you echoed. For you, what's more important, legacy or money?
Legacy, bro. Fuck the money right now. That's just gonna come and go. Like you need to leave something. You need to keep this shit going for the motherfuckers under you. Like
Yeah, real
put a
shit.
stamp on it.
Real shit. Dame Dash said, "If don't work for your first name, work for your last name."
Exactly.
That's a powerful thing for
Hell
sure.
yeah.
One word that describes your journey. One. I know it's hard to put it in one, but what's the one word?
Mischievous, like mischievous.
Yeah.
Like it's just unpredictable, should I say? Unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
Yes,
Okay.
unpredictable.
We'll go with unpredictable for sure.
Yeah.
All right, man. No, for sure. Now, before you go, what's next for Stoner Gang ENT, man? You got any new projects? Any new expansions? What can we look for Stoner Gang?
Bruh. So I didn't even make no post about this or nothing, but I'm glad you said it, bruh. I got a location now. And it has a vending machine in it. It already has a booth built in it. We're getting a wall to artwork done right now, and it'll be able to be rented out to any engineers that are in the Pittsburgh area that are looking for a home. You know what I'm saying? A home, and they'll be able to go in there.
That's hard.
Whether they want to do a long-term contract or hourly or however they want to do it, they'll be able to do that, and then we'll have a vending machine in there as well, so make money off of that as well. So it's like two different businesses in one.
Yeah, if y'all
Starting-
listening, engineers, man, make
Yeah.
sure y'all check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, give my man Pac, man. He'll hook it up for you.
For sure.
Where do you see SG Tactical Security in the next 5 years?
Bro, I see us literally so uniform. I see vehicles. Like I see so much higher paid gigs. I see no struggles. Like no struggles for anyone that's locked in with me. Like it's just there's a journey we on right now. Stick with me and it's gonna be worth it at the end.
It's gonna work
You know?
out for sure.
For sure.
How do you want the people to remember your brand and your impact when you come across them?
Like I just want people to believe in it. Like keep believing in it. Don't give up on it.
Yeah.
Don't give up on it.
Now, if you can give any piece of advice to someone trying to turn their passion or business into a reality,
Yeah.
what would that advice be to them?
Do your research. Make sure that that's what you want to do because, like, if you put all your time and your effort, it might be your last $1,000. You know how people would say, like, if you don't try, you already lost, or scared money don't make no money.
Yeah.
Shit. No money make no money neither. So if you buy some shit that you're not even passionate with, you might like it for the first 2 months and the shit not work and you just give up and now you're just trying to sell it and it's just collecting dust and all that. No, do your research and figure out like this lane is popping now, but is it going to be popping 10 years from now? Or is this even a necessity? Like, are people going to even need this, blah, blah, blah. Like, so make sure you do your research and make sure that it's what you want to get into.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to fucking, like, for downtime in that situation. It's not always going to be good. Don't stop because you lost. Like, a temporary loss don't mean a permanent loss. Shit like that. Just stay in that mindset. Like,
Yeah, no,
stay
that's
in
good
that
shit,
mindset.
bro. That's good shit. People could definitely take a lot from that. Now, before we get out of here, tell the people how to get a hold of you, man. What's the best way to get a hold of you if they're
Shit.
looking for you?
You can't fucking talk to me, man. It's so hard to get in contact with me because I'm always fucking working. But I'm just being honest with y'all. I do have a website, though. www.sgtacticalsecurity.com. Go on there. You can get your quote on there. You can get your, you can apply to be an employee for us. It's all my contact information as well. We send invoices from there. Whatever you need, go on that website and be able to find out exactly what we do, how we do it, how much it costs, the process on how to get started with it, sign a contract, the agreement with it, everything. Go on that website, you'll get it done.
Yeah, man.
So no matter what, if I never say a word to you, we can always get it done, lock in.
they ain't even got to talk to you to do
I don't even
business.
got to talk to you, man.
They ain't even got to talk to you. No,
Yeah.
for sure, man. I appreciate you coming out and
I
joining me.
appreciate y'all having me, man.
You know what I mean? It was a good time. It was a good time getting to know you, bro, and
sure.
finding out. And I definitely got so much respect for everything and the way you go about
sure.
turning those opportunities into bigger opportunities. You know what I mean? It's a lot to be
Definitely.
said for that.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Anytime you got something going on, you're promoting something, let us know.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all look out for Stoner Fest coming up in April.
Stoner Fest,
What day is it?
April 19th. April 19th at the 804. Tap in. Stay tuned. We got a lot of big names. Everybody's gonna be in the building. That's where you need to be at. All roads lead to 804. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Right before 420, 419. Bring it in
Yes, sir.
early.
Yes, that's a Monday, man. That's a Monday. Ain't nobody going up on a Monday.
Right.
That's done. So we're gonna turn it up on a Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Same old difference. We're gonna turn it up though.
Yeah, we still gonna make it 420 anyway.
Yes, sir.
For sure. No, I appreciate you joining me on the World's Dopest podcast.
Yes, it is.
The
Yes,
Marley
it
State of
is.
Mind podcast.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
we're here every Saturday. We're going to have a special guest for you. Make sure you check out Jesse and the boys. They got Jesse be doing this thing called the Stash Spot. So they'll bring the smoke on there
Oh yeah.
and they'll review the smoke. They have different brands, send stuff through. And
Okay.
It's an official. We got
Okay.
a rating system of 1 to 15
Okay.
to put the smoke on. So we do that on Fridays. Make sure y'all tuned into the Stash Spots on Fridays. And make sure y'all check out the boy Greg Lamont. Damn, bro, I do it every fucking time. The world, what is it? The world we know.
The World We Know.
Yeah, Greg,
All right.
Greg Lamont's The World We Know. So make sure y'all check out the Bunch of Bull Network for those things. But until then, we out of here. Peace.